Yo, what's up, Raiders? I'm August.
And I'm Lexi.
And welcome to Raider Review. On today's episode, we will take a deep look into standardized testing,
Learn about our school's art program,
and see what students believe about what it means to be a Raider.
all this and more
On Raider Review. Lexi, how do you feel about STAAR testing?
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, it can be pretty rough.
Right? Let's take a look at some of the issues with their standardized test and learn how they could be fixed.
With the end of the year right around the corner and STAAR tests looming over our heads, a question comes up that probably lingers in our minds every time these exams roll around. Are standardized tests outdated?
I think that the point of standardized testing is to show off the knowledge of a student.
I think the point of standardized testing is to give like an overall rating of the student. I know some people aren't as good of test takers as others, like me, but it kind of just tells teachers, schools, the school itself, where you're kind of at with the material.
I mean, in reality, the tests and exams are it's almost a motivator to pay attention during class, because there's no reason to pay attention if you're not going to get tested over something.
I do not enjoy standardized testing just because I'm not good at test taking, but I understand why they're implemented.
I personally don't enjoy taking tests. They stress me out, but I can almost see the purpose of them. I don't think getting rid of them entirely is a great idea. It would lead to a lot of people kind of just goofing off all of class.
I think part of the reason why I don't enjoy standardized testing as much is because I take a lot of more higher level classes. So the standardized testing is meant for what it is, the standard education. So a lot of the course material doesn't really apply to what I'm learning in class. It's different from AP testing, where you spend the entire year studying and learning concepts that are from the test. Whereas with standardized testing, it's more of you're kind of just thrown into it and told to do a good job.
Alright, so it has its pros and cons, but what's the alternative?
A way to make it easier or less painful would be, at the end of every unit, not having a test. Maybe having some major project that could be equivalent to the point grading system of the test, but isn't as you just sit down in a room for 40 minutes and you just circle answers.
In this day and age, if I were to be honest, I don't think standardized testing is very beneficial, just because a lot of colleges are doing away with the whole SAT score thing. Yeah, it can get you good scholarships, but a lot of schools are doing holistic applications. So they're taking in consideration of what classes you're taking, what clubs and organizations you're involved in, what kind of sports you play, that kind of stuff.
I don't think it's necessarily outdated, but I do think for some people, even if they have the knowledge in their head, maybe they're not good test takers, they get stressed out easily. I think there's a lot of factors that come into test taking that can really make it seem like the student isn't as smart as they actually are.
I think both standardized testing and taking the holistic application approach, they're both viable. If you're good at test taking, then yeah, I would submit your SAT score and try to grind that out. But having a holistic application also has other factors to play into account of whether or not you get into that college, if you get that scholarship. Whereas with the test taking, it's just one thing, pretty much.
This is Maya reporting for Raider Review.
Wow, that was really interesting.
Yeah, I think that covered a lot of major issues in our current school system.
It definitely did.
Also, have you heard about our incredible art program?
Yeah, there's tons of really creative students in those classes.
Here's Priya with more information about the course.
Art at Wiley East is crowded with creative thinking. Students truly enjoy themselves in all the different types of art classes offered.
The different art classes offered here are, we have drawing, we have sculpture. I'm in one of the drawing classes, And there we do everything that you can possibly think would go under the drawing category. So we work with a bunch of different styles, and we even do some carving and stuff. And then in sculpture, I know they do a lot of clay work, which is really cool. We got to experiment with that a little bit in Art 1. And then there's the AP classes where you work on a whole portfolio for the whole year, and you get to submit it at the end for your grade. And it's super cool because there's a whole theme. And we have a bunch of different art classes that are offered here at Wiley East.
Teachers assign many types of projects to get students thinking. One project that is being worked on is linoleum printing.
Right now in class we're doing relief printing, where we take a block of linoleum print and it's basically like a rubbery texture, and what we do is we use carving tools of different sizes and like sharpness, and we go through a backwards process where we find our design, we put it on the linoleum block, and we carve out what we don't want to print. So first you carve out like the highlights, and then you stamp whatever color you want and you stamp it on the paper. And you keep carving away. So after you stamp your first print, you carve away anything you want to stay that color. So then you put the paint on again, you stamp, and you go over until your whole project is complete. And I finished a few weeks ago. It's a really interesting process. It does take a lot of time, but it's one of my favorites.
Art truly makes Wiley East a colorful and full of life place. Every day, students work with dedication to finish pieces they enjoy spending time on. That's it for today, and remember, it's a great day to be alive and a great day to be a Raider.
All of that art looks really cool.
It really does. I never knew that there were so many different types of art classes either.
There really is something for everybody.
You know what else is for everyone?
School spirit.
Exactly.
And you know, you can't have school spirit without knowing what it means to be a Raider.
Now that I think about it, I'd like to learn more about what it's like to be a Raider. Here's Marin with some examples.
On this episode of Marin's World, I kind of forgot what it means to be a Raider, but who would know what it means?
A cheerleader.
Oh, okay, well, who are you?
Abby.
Like for real?
A cheerleader.
Perfect, exactly what I'm looking for. So tell me what it means to be a Raider.
It means to be cheerful and respect others and have school spirit.
Yeah! Woo! You've been pulled over for skipping class. You have the right to answer this one question, okay? Define what it means to be a Raider.
To be prideful in your school and beat Wiley High in anything.
Whoa, sorry, buddy. You might want to watch out where you're walking there. I just have a question for you. What does it mean to be a Raider?
I don't know. I just go to school here.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Thanks for coming here on Marin's World. Tune in next week for our Shrek Marathon. 3, 2, 1, bye!
So how was the soccer game?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What is your favorite thing about being a Raider?
I don't know.
Speechless. We left them speechless. You heard it here first. Thank you so much. I love seeing you all. Let's get out of here.
That really captured the spirit of being a Raider.
Oh, 100%.
That's a wrap on this episode.
We hope you have a great summer.
And we'll see you back next year. Remember, it's a great day to be alive and a great day to be a Raider. See you next time on Raider Review.